If you're past 55 and you've been watching your energy slowly drain away, your blood flow getting weaker, and your body refusing to cooperate the way it once did, there's a single ancient ingredient probably sitting in your kitchen right this moment that could turn everything around. And an astonishing 97% of men have absolutely no clue how to use it properly. I'm talking about raw honey, but not in the way you've always thought about it. This has nothing to do with stirring it into your morning tea or spreading it on a piece of toast. This is about using honey as a precise, targeted weapon to increase nitric oxide levels, support healthy testosterone production, and bring back the kind of masculine vitality you were convinced had disappeared forever. And here's the part that shocks most men. When you take it and how you take it matters far more than the honey itself. I'm Dr. Amanda Brooks, men's health and urology specialist. What I'm about to reveal to you today isn't some overnight miracle promise or sensationalized nonsense designed to waste your time. It's grounded in legitimate published research demonstrating that raw honey, when used with the right strategy, can measurably boost nitric oxide output, enhance blood circulation, and actively support the hormones responsible for keeping you feeling powerful and alive. And the best part of all? You'll begin noticing changes sooner than you'd ever expect. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications. Leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from and your age. I genuinely enjoy building this connection with all of you. Here's exactly what we're diving into today. First, the fascinating science behind honey's hidden ability to transform men's health. Then, the 3 specific times during the day when taking it produces maximum results. And finally, the potent food combinations that dramatically multiply its effects. Stay with me through every minute because we're also going to expose which types of honey actually deliver results and which ones are nothing more than expensive sugar water disguised with a pretty label. Let me start you off with a fact that might change your perspective immediately. Men who incorporate raw honey into their daily routine on a consistent basis show measurable improvements in both circulation and energy levels within just a matter of weeks. The reason behind this is that honey contains boron, a trace mineral that has been observed in research to elevate free testosterone by as much as 30% in certain studies. That's not wishful thinking or folklore. That's pure biochemistry working in your favor. Let's explore what's actually taking place inside your body when you consume raw honey using the correct approach. Most men assume honey is nothing more than sugar in a different form. And yes, it does contain natural sugars, but that barely scratches the surface of what's really going on. Raw honey is loaded with bioactive compounds that exert a direct influence on your vascular system. And here's why that's so enormously important for men past 55. Your blood vessels function as the entire highway network for everything your body depends on: oxygen delivery, nutrient transport, hormone distribution. When that highway becomes congested or starts moving sluggishly, absolutely everything suffers. Your energy plummets, your circulation deteriorates, and yes, your sexual performance takes a significant hit too. Raw honey contains nitric oxide precursors, meaning it actively assists your body in manufacturing more of the molecule responsible for keeping your blood vessels relaxed, dilated, and wide open. Picture nitric oxide as the master traffic controller, ensuring everything flows through your system without bottlenecks or delays. Now here's where things get truly fascinating. Raw honey happens to be one of the richest natural sources of boron on the planet, a trace mineral that the majority of men are severely deficient in without even being aware of it. Boron plays a direct and critical role in how your body utilizes and processes testosterone. Published studies have observed that men who increased their boron intake experienced significant jumps in free testosterone, the active form your body can actually put to use, alongside meaningful decreases in estrogen levels. We're talking about increases of up to 28% in some cases within just a single week. But you're not swallowing an isolated supplement pill. You're receiving it from a complete whole food source that simultaneously delivers powerful antioxidants, essential B vitamins, and living enzymes that nourish your entire hormonal system. It's like giving your body a comprehensive overhaul instead of simply topping off one fluid. Let me explain why the processed honey lining most grocery store shelves is essentially worthless for this purpose. When honey undergoes heating, heavy filtering, and pasteurization, which is exactly what happens to the vast majority of commercial honey, it loses the very compounds that give it its remarkable power. The delicate enzymes get destroyed by the heat. The protective antioxidants break down and degrade. The nutrient-rich pollen gets completely stripped away. What remains on the shelf is essentially glorified corn syrup wearing a honey costume. Raw honey, by contrast, is still alive with beneficial activity. It retains all its natural pollen, its propolis, its active enzymes, and its precious trace minerals intact. That's precisely why where your honey comes from matters every bit as much as the honey itself. You want honey that has never been filtered, never been heated beyond natural hive temperatures, and ideally sourced locally or from a producer you genuinely trust. Here's a critical mistake that most men make without realizing it. They believe that simply eating honey at any random time gives them the full spectrum of benefits. But timing is absolutely crucial if you want to unlock everything honey can do for your body. Let me walk you through the 3 essential windows where honey transforms from a simple food into a genuine game changer. The first window is the morning. When you open your eyes and get out of bed, your body is in a fasted state. Consuming 1 tablespoon of raw honey within the first 30 minutes after waking provides your system with a clean, rapid source of fuel that doesn't cause the violent blood sugar spike that processed sugars create. But here's the hidden advantage most people miss. That early morning dose simultaneously ignites nitric oxide production at precisely the moment your cardiovascular system is coming online for the day. You're essentially giving your blood vessels a head start on optimal performance before the day even truly begins. The second window falls approximately 30 to 45 minutes before any form of physical exertion. Whether that's a structured workout at the gym, a brisk neighborhood walk, or an afternoon spent working in the yard. The natural sugars in raw honey deliver a smooth energy surge without the inevitable crash that follows processed sugar. But here's the deeper benefit. The accompanying nitric oxide boost dramatically improves blood delivery to your muscles and organs during the activity itself. That translates directly into better endurance, superior oxygen distribution, and noticeably stronger physical performance across the board. Now, the third window, and this is the one that catches virtually everyone by surprise, right before you go to sleep. Raw honey contains a uniquely balanced ratio of glucose and fructose that enables your liver to build up glycogen stores throughout the night, which stabilizes blood sugar levels and prevents those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups that leave you exhausted the next morning. But here's where the real transformation happens. Your body conducts the vast majority of its hormonal repair and production work while you're sleeping. Testosterone production reaches its absolute peak during REM sleep cycles. And when your body has all the raw materials it requires, particularly the boron and B vitamins naturally present in raw honey, it can maximize that production to its fullest potential. Countless men report waking up with noticeably higher energy, stronger morning erections, and an overall renewed sense of masculine vitality once they establish that nightly honey ritual as a consistent habit. Now that you understand exactly when to take honey for the greatest impact, let's discuss how to dramatically amplify its effects by combining it with specific complementary foods. Raw honey is remarkably effective on its own, but when you strategically pair it with certain ingredients, you create powerful synergies that multiply the benefits several times over. The first combination is raw honey paired with fresh ginger. Ginger is a proven natural vasodilator, which means it actively helps widen your blood vessels and accelerate blood flow throughout your body. Take 1 tablespoon of raw honey and blend it with roughly a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger root. You can consume it directly off the spoon, stir it into warm water, never hot, because temperatures above 104 degrees Fahrenheit destroy honey's living enzymes, or fold it into a morning smoothie. The second powerful pairing is raw honey combined with cinnamon. Cinnamon enhances your body's insulin sensitivity, meaning your cells use glucose far more efficiently. The formula is straightforward. 1 tablespoon of raw honey mixed with half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, not the cheaper cassia variety commonly found in supermarkets. Take this blend either first thing in the morning or as part of your bedtime routine. The third combination is raw honey alongside raw nuts, with walnuts and almonds being the strongest choices. Healthy dietary fats are absolutely essential for testosterone production. When you merge honey's quick energy delivery and boron content with the omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and zinc packed into raw nuts, you're assembling a complete hormonal support system in a single handful. Simply take a small portion of raw, unsalted nuts and drizzle 1 tablespoon of honey over them. It tastes incredible, and your hormones will thank you. Here's one thing you absolutely must avoid. Never combine raw honey with boiling water or any extremely hot liquid. Heat above 104 degrees Fahrenheit breaks down and destroys the enzymes, converting your living raw honey into nothing more than an ordinary sweetener with no special properties. If you want honey in a warm beverage, let the water cool to a comfortably lukewarm temperature first, then stir in the honey. Here's an uncomfortable truth that needs to be said plainly. Not all honey is the same. If you're purchasing the wrong type, you're throwing away both your time and your money. Raw honey is honey that has never been heated above the natural temperatures found inside a beehive, has never been filtered to strip out the pollen, and has never undergone any form of industrial processing. It's typically thick in consistency, often appears cloudy rather than crystal clear, and it may even develop natural crystallization over time. That crystallization is actually a positive sign, not a flaw. Pasteurized honey has been subjected to high temperatures specifically to give it that smooth, transparent, commercially attractive appearance. And that process annihilates everything that makes honey genuinely beneficial for your health. If the label on the jar doesn't explicitly state raw or unfiltered, you should assume it's been pasteurized and won't deliver the results you're after. Locally produced raw honey is an excellent option to explore. Visit your neighborhood farmers markets, check independent health food stores, or search online for small batch raw honey producers in your region. When examining labels, look for the words raw or unfiltered clearly printed, a naturally cloudy appearance, visible pollen particles, and ideally a harvest date. Stay away from anything listing added ingredients or using the word blend. All right, let's bring everything together into a clean, simple protocol you can put into action starting today. Your target is 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw honey daily, distributed across the 3 key timing windows. In the morning, within 30 minutes of waking, take 1 tablespoon of raw honey. You can eat it straight from the spoon, blend it with freshly grated ginger, or dissolve it in a glass of lukewarm water with a small squeeze of lemon. If you exercise or stay physically active during the day, take an additional half to full tablespoon, approximately 30 to 45 minutes before your activity begins. And roughly 30 minutes before bedtime, take 1 teaspoon of raw honey, optionally blended with half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon for that added hormonal support. Here's what to steer clear of at all times. Never expose raw honey to temperatures above 104 degrees. Avoid pairing honey with processed junk food or refined sugars, as these completely counteract its benefits. And if you're managing diabetes or any blood sugar condition, begin with smaller quantities and closely monitor how your body responds before gradually increasing. This is not an instant fix, and I want to be honest with you about that. The men who experience the most dramatic results are the ones who turn this into an unbreakable part of their daily routine. After the first week, you'll notice your energy becoming more consistent and stable throughout the day. After 2 weeks, you'll begin to feel tangible improvements in your circulation. After 4 to 8 weeks, the deeper hormonal transformations start surfacing. Stronger morning erections, heightened desire, sharper mental focus, and an unmistakable sense that your body is waking back up from the inside out. So here's my personal challenge to you. Commit to this protocol for a full 30 days without exception. Pay close attention to how you feel each week. Document the changes. Notice what shifts in your energy, your mood, your confidence. And then come back to this video and tell me in the comments exactly what changed for you. I genuinely want to hear your experience. If this video gave you something valuable today, Hit that subscribe button and share it with a man in your life who deserves to hear this information. I'm Dr. Amanda Brooks. Thanks for being here with me. Look after yourselves, protect your health with real knowledge, and I'll see you in the next one.